Hello everybody, I'm Julia. Welcome to my garden. In my last video I promised that I would be very soon putting out another one that was all the little bits and pieces that I filmed throughout March, and that's what you're going to get now. So I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you at the end. Hello. Today I'm going to prick out and pot on these miniature kale. That's what we're going to do today. We're doing it into 15cm, not 7cm, not 15 plant pots, still stuck together, which is why I can't get one out for you. Little 7cm plant pots, very cheap ones from B&M Bargains. Yeah, B&M Bargains, 15 for £1, and they're fairly robust, not like the world's greatest, but fairly robust, so I should be able to use them for a few years. So we're going to do that in this here potting tray that is gloriously pink, and we'll crack on with it, shall we? So I've already filled a few pots with compost, which is just sieved multi-purpose potting compost with a little vermiculite added to it. I just stick all the rough stuff that I sieve out of it into the bottom of my planters. So we fill those nice and full. That's what we do with those. And we're ready. I need to water them. So I have my trusty watery thingy to water the pots. I do stand them into a water bath afterwards and give them a water from the bottom, but I found watering from the top first gives the water a little bit of time to sink down into the soil, but also helps with the capillary reaction somehow of sucking up the water from the water bath when I stand them in there after I've transplanted. You remember when I did my peppers and some of my tomatoes, they got a little bit of transplant shock, but I'm glad to say they all bounced back and they're all alive and kicking and growing very well, which is good to know. Now I've got these little dibbers, which I love, that my son made for me. He was learning how to turn and he turned these for me. Yep, this one is probably the one for today because it's a bit pointier. This one's for slightly bigger things. Aren't they lovely though? He made those for me. I'm so lucky. And I use them all the time. And the other tool that I use all the time is my husband's favourite screwdriver. It works really well for pricking plants out. So on we go. I'm going to use this to prick out. Sometimes I use one of these as well. You go down, loosen a couple. There we go. Loosen one even. And that's come out as a nice little plug. So we'll just make a hole. These are my did I say these are my miniature kales? They're germinated extremely well. So they're all going to get potted on just like that. Really? No, just like that. I'm nuts. I'm cracking up, lads. Here's another one. So when they're coming out like that with a little plug of soil, I don't worry too much about handling them because they're coming out quite nice and strong. And like with all brassicary types, pressing them in nice and firmly to give a nice little plant. I'm going to put one in each pot, and I shall not bore you too much by doing too many on camera. I've got two coming out together here. Oh no, I've not. They split at the last moment. Hurrah! I'll not do too much of it on camera because we've seen one seedling being potted on. You've seen them all, if you know what I mean. So those are the curly kales being potted on. Here's all the kale that you saw me pricking out and potting on earlier. I got 20 plants and I counted another 20 in there still waiting to be potted on. I'll probably pot those on and give them away. Well, the other thing that I want to plant out today is well, prick out, not plant out, prick out, is these lettuces, which are Tom Thumb. What a massively brilliant germination rate I got. So I'm going to try and get them out of there. I need to get that pak choi out as well, because they're on true leaves now and doing really well. Spring onions I'm going to leave in this tray and just plant them out from this in sort of, they've made sort of a natural divider here, so I'm going to plant it out in 2 clumps in different parts of the beds. But let's get some of this lot going on, and I am going to pop them into these. I've got 2 sets of these. I don't normally like them because I think they're a bit space wasting really with all these gaps. I like the square ones better, but I've got them and they'll be just right for keeping these lettuces going until it's time to plant them out, which is not for just a little while yet. I'm working on a cold frame. We'll get one sorted. Get rid of all this packaging, we don't need that. This is a bit rubbish, but I don't really mind because it's not going to get used that much. It's not going to have these little pots in it. Just put that down there. So, these are the little pots that we're doing, just little ones. Pop that there. My little camping table. It holds everything I need. Keeps it close to hand with its little side table. Okay. Now then, a bit more tricky than doing the kale, because the kale were much easier. Don't know what else to say. But again, I'm going to fill the pot. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Give it a water. Obviously I'll do this as a routine. I'll go through and do all the pots. I'm just going to do a couple now to show you. I'm sure you've all watched picking out and planting on. Till you're blue in the face. Oh, my trusty pricking out tool. Got to try and be very careful here and take out a little wedge, because I don't really want to disturb the plants that are near it. Here we are. Oh, nice little plants. They're quite strong. Teasing the roots apart. And tease some of these out. Not to be as easy as it looks, I don't think. It don't look easy though, does it, eh? There we go. I think we're getting some now. Here's the first little contender. There we are. Dibber. Charlie Dibber, thank you. Put that in. Nice root system, which is good to see. And there we are. Our first little pricked out and potted on Tom Thumb lettuce. I've got quite a few to do, so again, I'm not going to bore you by filming the whole lot. I'm going to turn the camera off. I use the finger dibber instead of the Charlie dibber. There we are. Doesn't really matter which, does it, as long as it works. From that little pricking out and potting on, I got 24 Tom Thumb lettuces. There are 20 in here and 4 in another tray. And I got, where's the other tray? There it is. What would that be then? 16 pak choys, and the other 4 lettuce are in there as well. The 4 on the end there. Where am I? There. Those 4, the lettuce, and then all of these are pak choys. I've just given everything a little water in, and then I'll be back in tomorrow and get a few more things done. Those cauliflowers are really looking good. Look at that plant there. That's lovely, isn't it? And some flowers have come up. And we've got another one to the party there. And that little green shoot has made me very happy, because that is the first of the sweet corns through. They've been in there since the 17th of something. What have I got written down on there? I can't tell. 17th of February. And they've only just come through. Can't believe it. No, 17th of March. I'm going mad. That's a 3, not a 2. 17th of March. But they are now through. Or at least the first one is. So that's good. And the next sowing of broad beans are coming through. They'll go outside pretty quickly as the weather warms up. And the first of the courgettes. This first lot of peas. And then there's the Charlie ones that have had very disappointing germination rate. I've got 2 so far. They were from growth, more near pure. I'll have to have a look. They're coming through nicely. I can't see what the name is at the moment from this side. I think they're purple, those ones actually, purple prints, something like that. And then there's some more that are coming through down there. Peppers all got potted on the other day, and they are standing the temperatures near at night time. Now I've managed to keep it just above freezing every single night, and I've not lost any of them. They're all doing really well. We've got this lot through, the Brussels sprouts, the purple sprouting broccoli, and the Savoy cabbage. No show from the cleomas yet. I think I'm giving up hope. Zinnias cracking on, doing well. Starting to get their second set of leaves now, some of them. See. So they'll get potted on soon. And what Cosmos did come up is doing really well. Very pretty. Sweet peas, top shelf. Doing well. All the tomatoes that I potted on the other way a month or 2 ago now. They're all doing really, really well. Loads of tomatoes, yay. Here's another little shoot that makes me very happy. This one is the first of the freesias. Also further along here we've got a little bit of Greek oregano going on there, which is great. None of these flower seeds are up yet, but I'll give them time. Look at that. Those are the lupins, Russell's mixed. I did 2 pots of them and they've both come up. So I'm really pleased with those. We'll have lupins in the garden that I've grown from seed, which is lovely. I nearly forgot to mention my moment of joy. That is celeriac. It still makes me happy when I look at those pots. I'd given up hope completely, and then one day they were just there. So this is how I normally store seeds. They're usually in this plastic box, just scattered in, and then with boxes, old fruit juices and milk cartons and stuff. Boxes that I've washed out and cut down. And this is sown in February and sown in March. And then anything from February I want to continue to March. At the end of February I'll go through the whole tub. And anything I want to take into March I'll pop into a bag at the side. Normally that would be this bag. And then it gets carried through to the next month. And so on and so forth. So we've got February's seeds. These are all ones that I've sown already and I don't need to sow again. This is March again. This is April. That's because there are too many to fit in there. They are currently here. Not sure. My greenhouse is quite big enough. Harley thinks, yeah, Mum, maybe not. He's had enough seeds. So I've just sorted them out, and the ones that I really want to sow first. Oh, there's such a mix of flowers and vegetables, peas and some more cauliflower. Do I need more cauliflowers? I mean, do I? I've got 5 or 6 plants growing. Will I use that many in the winter? Not sure. They might get weeded out. Radishes, of course, catch crops. Sweet corn, definitely need to do more of them. And then it's Canterbury bells, loving a mist, lupins, a selection of seeds for sowing, cosmos and likewise, and some marigolds and rudbeckia and things for sowing indoors. a load of stuff for direct sowing outdoors, some freebies from the Gardener's World magazine, poppies and cosmos, look pretty, get round to them. Purple sprouting broccoli, I've got some that's already come up. I'm not sure that I'm going to need to do more, so they might find themselves saved till next year. Sweet peas, several, what have we got here? I think that might be pumpkin. No, that's melon ambrosia and melon Minnesota midget, both of which I've already done 2 sowings of, and they've both sowings have come up. Pumpkin, mammoth gold, only doing it for my delightful son, and not sure I'm going to do any more. I've only got 2 seeds though. I might just stick them both in one pot and see what happens. Courgettes, crooknecks, and Tondo, Chiaro, Denisa, whatever that is, Crocozelle, Moonbeam, squash Total Eclipse, squash Sunburst, squash Waltham Butternut, cucumbers, several different sorts of cucumbers, yard long beans. I mean, definitely happening. These, the red and the green variety there. Climbing French beans, several sorts of those, Borlotto beans, Brussels sprouts. Already got quite a few of those come up, so again, they might not make it through to April sowings. Runner beans definitely happening, although not terribly many because they can be rather overwhelming. Broad beans, need to put more of those in. I've done an early sowing and I've done a later sowing, and I want to do some in-ground sowings. Cucumber ridge, not sure that I'll do that. I've got 3 nice cucumber plants growing away already, so I might just stick with them. Pak choy, we'll definitely do more of that because we like pak choy. Lovely steamed when you're doing an oriental dish. And then you very quickly and lightly steam some pak, cut it in half down the middle, stick it in a steaming basket over the top of something else you're cooking, and just steam it, and it's lovely. Lettuces, lots of lettuces, because chickens, they love the lettuces. String them up outside the chicken house and they demolish them. They love them. More lettuce, rocket. 2 of the exactly the same sort of turnips, because I love these sort of turnips that have got the white bottom and purple top, and they are called purple top Milans. And they're lovely. My favourite sort of turnip. And then we've got some spring onions, because can't do salads without spring onions. Celeriac, all those things that have just gone down there. Ooh, parsnips. More parsnips. Carrots, several different sorts and several different shapes and several different colours. And then stocks. Those are the beetroot bolt hardy, celery, bit of a freebie off a magazine, not sure that'll grow it, not sure. And then some herbs. Again, I've already got mint. I've got mint coming out my ears, definitely not going to make it to the cut. Dill. I like it with fish often. Nice. Herb, parsley, no. Hate parsley. Blech. Yuck. Hate parsley. So that's narrowed it down a bit. I've taken 2 things out. Very briefly outside, because it's not cold exactly, but I don't want to be out here in just a cardigan and not without a big coat. The broad beans look sad, but that's because they've been hardening off and they're coming through it quite nicely. I'll plant those out soon. I've started leaving them out overnight in the pots. The rosemary still doing nicely. The carrots that I keep saying I need to take out are still in, but I'll take them out. Nothing planted here. I'm not even going to look underneath that fleece yet to see if the things that I planted last week have come up yet, because it's cold and I want to go in. And a quick last look at the onions and the onion bed. Red onions all doing nicely. White onions equally all doing nicely. Shallots beautifully. I'm really pleased with those. They look great, don't they? Really healthy looking plants. And then look, if I can find it, there it is. The garlic has started to shoot, which is great news for me. I'm very happy about that. So I can grow things, it would seem, although I'm a bit slapdash about it. So we'll see what happens with the rest of those garlics and the rest of the garden. So it's coming along. Oh, I've got to show you the new bed. It's not finished yet. I've got to get the wood around it to contain it, but I needed to get it down and moved because that soil was everywhere. Is that not a thing of beauty? That makes me happy, that side. I'm going to get some wood and put it all along this bit here, quite deep, because we're going to terrace it because it slopes downwards like that. So build it up there, flatten it out, and another plank of wood along this side here as well, just because there's going to be gravel paths in between all of the beds, and I need board at the sides of each bed to contain the gravel, stop it getting in the beds. So, oh look, it must have been windy last night, because that was stood up yesterday. Okay. But other than that, everything's cracking on much of a muchness. It's all in the preparation at the moment, really, isn't it? Everything's just in a stage of waiting. Well, those are all my potato planters. I have got potatoes in them. I'm not keeping them inside. They seem to be doing okay. They've got the shelter from the greenhouse, that'll keep them a little bit warm. They're all along here. And just a little turn at the corner at the end. So yeah, things are looking good. Well, there's Harley. You've not seen Harley yet, have you? There he is, blending into the background with the dirt. Harley, what you doing, doggy? Haha. He says, see you all next time. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that. Harley and I, we will see you next time with another video. It will be out fairly soon, I hope. No more big delays. Speak to you soon. Bye.